All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What is going on, SHIPIT Nation YouTube station? Back March 21st, first day of March Madness, but we got 11 NHL games on tap tonight. Slate plan already up live for SHIPIT Nation subscribers. If you want access to that, head over to shipitnation.com. Use that promo code HOOP15. Get you 15% off for life. Any package you do choose. Monthly, 6-month, annual packages we got available there. We cover all the major sports. Just got off the meeting today. MLB starts up next week, next Thursday. We got you covered there. Full team ready, all hands on deck, bringing you some amazing, amazing tools and content for the MLB season upcoming. But use that promo code HOOP15, gets you 15% off. Let's dive right in, talking tonight. Favorite stacks, some value plays, favorite goalies, as always. My final content and slate plan will be live for SHIPIT Nation subscribers. Let's start with one of the highest owned teams, probably the chalk of the slate here. It's the heaviest favorite on the slate. It's the Tampa Bay Lightning. Late night hammer game heading into San Jose to face the Sharks here. Minus 400 favorites. Really like the spot for Tampa, much like everyone else is going to like. Brayden Point, Nikita Kucherov, Anthony Duclair revenge game here. 4,200. He's very cheap, very reasonably priced. Love this top line. Love this second line with Hagel, Cirelli, and Stamkos. Overall, these top 6 skaters for Tampa, fantastic options. Victor Hedman, a great D-man as well. Really, really, really like Tampa here tonight, much like everyone else will. Not a hot take by any means, but still think they're a good spot here tonight. Another good spot here tonight is going to be these Edmonton Oilers coming off a nice win against Montreal. They've won 3 of their last 4 games. Now they get Buffalo here at home in a good spot. Buffalo over the last 10 road games has expected goals up near 3.3. Their high danger chances are up a little bit, and they kill off just 76% of penalties. And Edmonton has the best home power play in the entire league. So I'm going to Edmonton top power play here. Connor McDavid, Zach Hyman, Leon Draisaitl, Evan Bouchard, and Nugent Hopkins would be the guys I would focus on. Pretty much just those 5 skaters for me with going to Edmonton. Connor McDavid, my favorite spend up on the entire slate. Really like Edmonton here tonight. Jumping into another team that I really like here as well. It's going to be Ottawa. I like this matchup for Ottawa at home here against St. Louis. It's a pretty good spot for them. Ottawa's playing pretty good hockey right now. Outside of the last 2 games, right, where they kind of got beat up a little bit against Boston and Carolina. Look for them to turn that ship around. They've won 3 of their last 5, dropped the last 2. I look for them to kind of right the ship here, and it starts in the back of Brady Tkachuk for me, Pinto, and Batherson here, this top line. Brady Tkachuk, one of my favorite skaters on this entire slate, 7,300. He's averaging over 6 shots on goal per game over the last 5, playing incredible hockey, averaging over 20 fantasy points per game. Really, really like him a ton. And then the second line with Joseph, Giroux, and Timmy Stu. Great line as well. Chychrun at 5.5 from a D-man perspective, getting top power play time. He's averaging over 4 shots on goal per game over the last 5. He's playing upwards of 23 minutes. I think he's a great option. Overall, I really like the spot for Ottawa here at home. I think they right the ship and turn that around. I could see them scoring 4 or 5 here tonight. Like the spot. 3 more teams I'm looking at here. I'm going to start with Boston. Boston at home here against the Rangers. Not the greatest game. It is only a 5.5 total here, but looking at expected goals, Rangers are second last in the league in shots against over the last 10 road games, second last in expected goals against over the last 10 home game or road games, and second last in terms of high danger chances again. So I think this is a pretty good spot for Boston, despite the low total. Their ownership should be down. Pastrnak, Keenan, and Zacha. Really good spot for all 3 of those guys, that top line. And then the second line with Jake DeBrusk, Marchand, and Charlie Coyle. DeBrusk remains super cheap at $5K flat. I think he's a fantastic option here. You got some cheap guys down on the third line as well with guys like Morgan Geekie and Frederick. Overall, I just think Boston breaks out here. And I'm going to bank into the expected goal numbers here. So I like Boston here in the spot. Despite the 5.5 total, should keep their ownership down a little bit as well. Another team here, Vancouver at home against Montreal. Very heavy favorites here, Vancouver. Hard to ignore the spot for them. They're minus 300 favorites here at home. The expected goals for the Canadians is significantly lower than what their actual goals against over the last 5 do show. But again, their penalty kill is very bad here. They don't give up a ton of penalties, but when they do, they have a hard time killing them off. So if I'm going to Vancouver here tonight, I'm playing this top power play, Elias Pettersson, JT Miller, Quinn Hughes, Brock Besser, and Pius Suter. Pius Suter, fantastic value option at 3.5K. Talk about him when I break down the values. But Vancouver top power play for me in a good spot here. I like them quite a bit. The last team for me is going to be another home team here, late night hammer spot. Vegas Golden Knights, minus 190 favorites here, 6 total in this one. Really like the spot for Vegas here. Expected goals for the Kraken is significantly worse than what their actual goals. See some negative goal regression coming their way. Could see Vegas exploit that here tonight, coming off a tough loss to Tampa Bay last game. It's going to start in the back of Jack Eichel, Marchessault, and Barbashev. Really like this top line here for Vegas. Jack Eichel, one of the best plays on the slate. Marchessault, 6'6" in that mid-tier. Great play. And then you got the William Karlsson down on the third line. Don't sleep on him. He got top power play work at 5'5". So do like Vegas quite a bit. Barbashev, sub 4K, still a great option, getting top power play time as well. So overall, do like Vegas here quite a bit to round out my top stacks on the slate. Jumping into some value positions at each or value plays at each position. We're going to start with the center position. Evgeny Kuznetsov here is going to be my first guy I'm going to bring up. 3.2K here at home against Philly. Philly ranks 22nd in the league against centers. He's averaging nearly 3 shots on goal per game over the last 5. I think he's a great option at 3.2K. Really like him. Going back to Vegas here, Nicholas Roy at 3.6K, getting top power play time. Skating on that second line next to Stevenson and Mantha. I think Nicholas Roy at 3.6K is a great value center on this plate. I already talked about this guy when I brought up Boston. Morgan Geekie here, third liner, second power play. Rangers kind of middle of the road against centers here, but Geekie's playing good hockey right now, 3.9K. Talked about liking the spot for Boston as well. So I think he's a good option. And then the last guy I'll bring up is Matty B here for Seattle. Vegas, I like Vegas in the game, but Vegas ranks 23rd in the league against centers. He's going to play upwards of 20 minutes, getting top power play time. He's been playing good hockey right now too. So Matty B for Seattle will be the last value center I'll bring up. Jumping over to the value wings on the slate, we're going to start with one out of Florida here, Evan Rodriguez here, 3.3K. Second line, second power play. I think he's a great option here at 3.3K. He's averaging over 2.5 shots per game over the last 5. I think he's a great option here. Another guy, Pius Suter. Really like the spot for Pius Suter, 3.5K, getting top power play time. Montreal ranks 32nd in the league against left wings. Pius Suter, 15 to 17 minutes expected. I think he's a great option here, so I do like Pius Suter. 2 more guys. First guy, Jordan Martinook here for Carolina. Carolina in a pretty good spot here at home against Philly. Martinook, 2.8K, third liner at home here. Going to play 13 to 15 minutes. I think he's a good option. Philly ranks 30th in the league against left wing, so I think he's good. And then the last guy, I already talked about him when I talked about Vegas, but Ivan Barbashev here, top line, top power play. In this matchup, playing close to 20 minutes at 3.6K. Really like him a lot here tonight. Jumping over to the value D-men position, I'm going to go right back to the well with Dmitry Orlov here. Kind of let us down a little bit last game after coming off that ceiling game like I talked about, but again, he's still getting close to 20 minutes, 3.2K here in a matchup where Philly ranks 26. I think Dmitry Orlov is still a good option here. Matthias Ekholm for Edmonton, talked about like in Edmonton. Buffalo, pretty good against D-men, but Matthias Ekholm going to play upwards of 22 minutes. 3.9K. He's going to shoot the puck. He's going to block some shots. I think he's good. Floor ceiling play. Ben Hutton here, or Hooten, 2.9K, almost stone minimum. Seattle ranks bottom third in the league against D-men. This guy's also getting power play time. Going to play close to 19 minutes. I think he's a great option at 2.9K for a spend down D-men. And then the last guy is going to be Taylor Radish here for Tampa Bay. Darren Radish, 3.3K. San Jose ranks dead last in the league. This guy's going to center the top power, or the second power play run point as a D-man. 3.3K. Darren Radish going to round out the value D-man for me on this slate. Jumping over into the goalies here, I'm going to talk about from most expensive down. Stuart Skinner is my preferred spend up over 8K. I really like the spot for Skinner. I think he's a great option here. If you want to pivot off of Swayman or Skinner, I would go to Jeremy Swayman here. I talked about liking him at home against the Rangers. So he'd be a good option here. Two more options. Anton Forsberg for Ottawa. I like the spot for Ottawa here at home against St. Louis. Forsberg, 7.9K. I think he's a good option. And then the last guy is going to be Laurent Brossoit here. 7.8K. Like the spot a ton. On the road, not really worried about it. I think Winnipeg wins the game here in Jersey, and he checks out nicely at 7.8K. That's going to do it for this edition of the NHL Quick Hit. Again, if you guys are not a member yet, use that promo code HOOP15, gets you 15% off any package you do choose. Good luck tonight in your contest. Hope to see those Ship It Nation logos at the top. For myself, Nadesify, let's ship it.